Brad, end of a second race here at Snetterton. Race win for you. Must have been brilliant. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean it was great. I think obviously Project Cupra when we upgraded from the Gen 1 car to the Gen 2 was always to fight for outright wins. Obviously our first outing at Donington, officially we didn't win the race, but unofficially we did. So we knew we had the pace, and obviously that race back at Donington was wet, and we know we can do stuff in the wet. It is just when it came to the dry, we were just lacking that few extra bits, but I know we had a good race car. And yeah, I mean it was just a case of good start, clean getaway, and yeah, managed to get the gap early on and just maintained it, watching the pit board every single lap to make sure the gap was staying the same, essentially.
Yeah, it was a reverse grid race, but you were starting pretty far down the field. How important was that race start for you?
I think that was the make or break point. I mean, I knew with the difference between the Gen 1s and the Gen 2s, it was always going to be a case of whoever broke out in front of the Gen 1s quickest was going to get away. And obviously with the way the reverse grid worked, I managed to pip Callum off the line again, unluckily for him. But yeah, that was the big one that I thought would cause us the sort of biggest issue to get around. But yeah, no, definitely the important bit. And like I said, the initial getaway was fantastic. It wasn't as good as Carl's, but unfortunately he was boxed in. So yeah, it went really well. Everything went to plan, and yeah, the doors opened up round turn 2, and that was it.
Yeah, you mentioned obviously Carl getting boxed in. I imagine it was pretty important to find space on a circuit like Snetterton, because although it's one of the longest on the calendar, it does get quite tight in places, especially on the infield over there, because you've got to make the most of the opportunities that you are given, because time runs out pretty quick, doesn't it?
Exactly that. I mean, you think about the length of the circuit, you're doing, 9-10 laps, whatever it is. That's only 9 opportunities for every corner for an overtake. So there is only certain corners where it is sort of easier to overtake. So it's definitely one to think about. But so far, I've not actually had to do much overtaking this weekend. It's all been watching my mirrors. So yeah, no, I mean, we go again in the third and final race this afternoon. Hopefully we can get another podium. I'm not precious either way, whatever position we come. But yeah, we'll see. We'll change some more bits on the car just to fine tune it that bit further, and we'll see what we can do.
You also mentioned watching your mirrors. Was it a bit of a concern for you looking behind and seeing you had Carl Boardley, Adam Shepherd, 2 of the fastest guys in this category behind you? But you maintained the gap pretty well, didn't you?
Yeah, it's when we get in the car, I know every driver on this grid's a quick driver. It doesn't really matter who it is behind you. Every single person wants to overtake you one way or another. So yeah, it was always going to be a struggle, but there was no real pressure there. It was all about keeping the gap. And as soon as I saw them going side by side, it just gave me that extra couple of seconds breathing room, and went from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done on a great weekend so far, and best of luck for race 3.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers.
Well done.